Welcome back, everybody. Today I'm going to show you a couple of basic tricks that will help you optimize the U2 method for centers. I'm going to show you how these apply to X centers today, but these can be transferred to plus centers without very much effort. I'm going to assume that you use the UBL buffer, which is currently the standard way that the U2 method is taught. First, I'll show you an alternative approach to deal with the bottom center targets. The current standard way of teaching this is to use this algorithm. While this is a fairly fast approach, it's unnecessarily complicated for people who are just learning the event and is not conducive to accuracy on your early attempts. So an alternative way to approach the bottom targets instead is to use an algorithm that inserts DFR up to UFR, and this algorithm is R2 slice, D prime, R2 slice, D, R2 slice. It looks a little weird sighted, but it inserted this center up to here, so you can do a U2 and then undo that setup. In this case, this algorithm is its own inverse, so we can just repeat this, R2 slice, D prime, R2 slice, D, R2 slice. And as you can see, the target gets solved. Just like with the approach you may already know, to do a different target on the D face, let's say DFL, you just rotate the D layer to get that target into DFR, and then do this algorithm, and then undo that D with a D prime at the end. The other trick that I wanted to show you involves the U-face targets, specifically UBR and UFL. These require some pretty ugly algs. I think you're taught something like this usually, and those aren't very fun to do. They're prone to errors, and there's a much more efficient approach that I'm going to show you. I'm going to put a chart on screen. Don't worry, it might look a little complicated at first, but I'll show you a couple of examples of how to use it, and then hopefully it'll start making some more sense. All right, so here's a very basic example of how to use this. So we're going to go to UBR and then to RDB. So if you look on the chart, you go into the UBR column, and UBR is the first target in the pair. So the form that we're going to use is U2, insert, U prime, undo insert, U prime. So let's try that out right here. The insert from here into UFR is R prime, D prime, R, which you'll know from having learned the method. But in this case, the way we're going to apply it is to do U2, that insert, U prime, undo the insert, and then another U prime. One thing that is extremely important to remember is that the approach laid out in the chart solves both targets in the letter pair in one go. So we had UBR and then RDB. The approach in the chart doesn't just solve UBR as a target, it also solves RDB. It would be incorrect to have said, oh, we did UBR, now we do RDB, and then execute this. No, we already did that, so there's no need to go back and do it again. For a second example, here's UBL to UFL to DBR. And what we'll do here is we'll combine both of the tricks we used in the video. So for UFL, as the first target in the pair, we have U2, insert, U, undo insert, U as the commutator form we're going to use. And for this target, to insert it, we're going to do a D prime to put it in DFR's spot, and then R2, D prime, R2, D, R2. So in full, it will look like this. So what I would do is I'd start with the D prime before everything to put this in DFR. Then we'll do U2, insert, U, undo insert, which remember is the same as the forward insert with this bottom layer insert that I showed you. So then U, and then finally we'll undo our D prime we did at the start. So we'll bring this from DFR right back to DBR where it belongs. So that's all for today. U2 is a pretty inefficient method for solving centers, and in my opinion, reducing the move count can be very, very helpful to improve your accuracy in center solving. Let me know if you have any more ideas for videos that you want me to produce, especially more beginner and intermediate level big blind tips. I'd like to produce some more content this summer, so I'd greatly appreciate your feedback. Thanks for watching, everyone.